So some last words on tokenization. As you have seen, tokenization of English is quite easy, and this is mostly because we can base most of the tokenization that from English on the spaces that separate the different words. So we can just use spaces. This is actually true for many Indo-European languages, but for other languages, this might not work so well. So one example that comes to my mind, and I'm not really sure if this would be the case, but it's an example that I believe would cause trouble, is Turkish, because as far as I understand, it's a language that likes to put many meanings or the meanings of many stuff in only one word. The example that I would like to give you here is that of what is called scriptio continua, which was a characteristic of many older Indo-European languages. So it happened with Latin for sure, and I'm not sure, but I think that it happened with Greek too. So here is an example. So from Latin, this is from Wikipedia. This entire thing here is one sentence, but there are no spaces in it. And this used to be the way Latin was written before, but through time they developed these dots to divide the words or the different parts of the sentence, and these dots ended up developing into spaces through the time too. So here is just like a modern version of this sentence where so I don't know if you know, but the letter U didn't exist before. It was always a V, and it came into existence as a variant of the letter V, in the same way that the J came into existence as a variant of the letter I. But okay, so this is just a random comment. So here is a translation of the sentence. These are examples from Wikipedia. You can just click in that scriptio continua and you are going to find the Wikipedia page on this. In fact, these slides are going to be available in the downloads folder in OLED, as always. Another example, so these were older Indo-European languages, and no one speaks these things anymore. But then you might ponder, okay, so this is not really a problem. It's like a problem that only happens with older languages. But actually it is the case for very commonly used languages like Chinese, for example, too. So this is also an example from Wikipedia, and I don't want to be responsible for mistakes that might be in this example. So I took this completely from Wikipedia. This, like, if there is anyone who does speak Chinese, do let me know if there is something that is not right here. But the idea is that this entire thing, as you can see, there is there is nothing indicating where the words start and where the words end. There is nothing indicating that here you can cut, and here, I mean, just like here, there is a space here, and there's nothing indicating that this space should be here and here. Of course, there is punctuation, but apart from that, there is not really spacing. There's not really a thing that indicates where the words end and start. So in these cases, tokenization might be quite hard, and it might require knowledge of what words exist and even some grammar information, some information about how the grammar of the language works. Now, the scriptio continua appears also in URLs. So nowadays, it's very common to have URLs that have a sentence. So this is a very nice example of a URL that I like. It's called Gibt es heute Pommes? It means, is there pommes, French fries? Are there fries today? And this actually reads the Mensa menu and looks for the word pommes. And if it finds the word pommes, then it says ja, or otherwise it just says nine. And it is apparently a project of someone in the university here that was supposed to be funny, and I find it quite interesting. apart from URLs, the scriptio continua has also seen some use in hashtags. So here I just wanted to give an example from a certain paper that I happened to read just before I was preparing these materials, where the model that they were using showed try to convert brainstorm into bra and storm. Or here there are others like words of the day, words soft he day. So I don't know. I just thought that this is just a way to show that this might be a harder problem when you don't have spaces and you want to separate the words, and you might end up needing some information about what words go along with which other words. So that's it for today. That's it for tokenization.